Animal Physiology and Biochemistry. Physiology of Vision. By Sujatha V. First MSc Zoology. Photoreceptors are specialized sensory cells in the retina that detect light and convert it into electrical signals. These receptors receive light stimulus. The eyes are important photoreceptors. They play a crucial role in the process of vision by transmitting signals to the brain via the optic nerve. Photoreceptors contain light-sensitive pigments, rhodopsin in rods and iodopsin in cones, that help in detecting light intensity and color. These cells are responsible for image formation, night vision, and color perception, enabling humans to see in different lighting conditions. Eye. The human eye is a specialized organ that functions as a photoreceptor, allowing the perception of light and images. It is a spherical structure, commonly called the eyeball, with a diameter of approximately 1 inch, 2.5 centimeters. The eye is protected by a bony socket in the skull called it, which helps shield it from external injuries. Additionally, eyelids, eyelashes, and eyebrows play a protective role by preventing dust, sweat, and other foreign particles from entering the eye. The eyeball consists of 3 main layers, each having a specific function in vision and eye protection: sclera, outer layer, protect; choroid, middle layer, vascular layer; retina, inner layer, light-sensitive layer. Each of these 3 layers of the eye plays a crucial role in vision, protection, and maintaining eye health, ensuring the proper functioning of the human visual system. Sclera. The sclera is the tough, fibrous outer covering of the eye, commonly known as the white of the eye. It plays a crucial role in maintaining the shape of the eyeball and providing structural support and protection for the delicate inner components of the eye. The sclera is primarily made up of collagen and elastic fibers, which give it strength and durability. It is composed of dense connective tissue, making it resistant to injury. The sclera is opaque, which prevents light from passing through it, thereby maintaining proper vision by directing light only through the cornea and lens. It maintains the shape of the eye and protects it. The extraocular muscles, which control the movement of the eye, are attached to the outer surface of the sclera. These muscles have been rotating the eyeball in different directions, allowing a person to look up, down, left, and right. The majority of the sclera is white and opaque. The front-facing portion of the eye, which is in direct contact with the external environment, becomes transparent and is called the cornea. Cornea. The cornea is the clear, dome-shaped front part of the eye that allows light to enter. It is responsible for 65 to 75% of the eye's total focusing power, bending light to direct it toward the retina. It is the primary structure that refracts, bends, light to ensure clear vision. Cornea. The cornea is the clear, dome-shaped front part of the eye that allows light to enter. It is responsible for 65 to 75% of the eye's total focusing power, bending light to direct it toward the retina. It is the primary structure that refracts, bends, light to ensure clear vision. Choroid. The choroid coat is the vascular middle layer of the eye, located between the sclera, outer layer, and the retina, inner layer. It is composed of numerous blood vessels, supplying oxygen and nutrients to the retina and other parts of the eye. The pigment in the choroid absorbs excess light, preventing it from scattering inside the eye, which helps maintain clear vision. Choroid. The choroid coat is the vascular middle layer of the eye, located between the sclera, outer layer, and the retina, inner layer. It is composed of numerous blood vessels, supplying oxygen and nutrients to the retina and other parts of the eye. The pigment in the choroid absorbs excess light, preventing it from scattering inside the eye, which helps maintain clear vision. Iris. The iris functions like a diaphragm, controlling the amount of light entering the eye by adjusting the pupil size. In dim light, the iris expands, making the pupil larger to allow more light in. In bright light, the iris contracts, making the pupil smaller to reduce light entry. The circular muscles contract to shrink the pupil, in bright light, while the radial muscles contract to widen the pupil, in dim light. By adjusting pupil size, the iris protects the retina from excessive light exposure, ensuring clear vision. The iris is linked to the ciliary body, which helps in lens adjustment for focusing on objects at different distances. The pigments in the iris give eyes their distinct color, varying from brown, blue, green, or gray based on melanin content. Pupil. The pupil is the black, round opening located at the center of the iris, colored part of the eye. It regulates the amount of light entering the eye by expanding in dim light and contracting in bright light. The lens is positioned directly behind the pupil, helping to focus light onto the retina for clear vision. The iris muscles adjust the pupil's size to control light intake and prevent excessive exposure. Proper pupil function ensures balanced light entry, preventing blurred vision or glare sensitivity. The pupil looks black because the light entering is absorbed by the retina and does not reflect back. Lens. The lens is a flexible, transparent, and rubber-like structure that helps in focusing light onto the retina. It is filled with a clear, gel-like substance, ensuring proper light transmission without distortion. The lens is suspended in place by thin fibers called suspensory ligaments, which connect it to the ciliary body. The ciliary body surrounds the lens, controlling its shape and curvature for focusing on near and distant objects. The lens changes shape, flattens for distant vision and thickens for near vision, to ensure clear vision at different distances. The lens plays a crucial role in focusing light precisely onto the retina, enabling sharp and detailed vision. Retina. The retina is the inner lining of the eyeball, responsible for detecting light and converting it into nerve signals. It is about the thickness of a postage stamp, being thicker at the back and thinner at the front. The retina extends across 2/3 of the back of the choroid, where it plays a key role in vision. It terminates just behind the ciliary body in a serrated, zigzag, border called the ora serrata. The retina houses rod cells for low light and black and white vision, and cone cells for color and sharp vision. It captures light signals and transmits them to the optic nerve, which then sends visual information to the brain. Rods and cones. Each eye contains 100 million rods and 7 million cones. The rods are cylindrical in shape and function in dim light, containing a pigment called rhodopsin. The cones, which are conical in shape, function in bright light and contain another pigment called iodopsin. The cones are responsible for bright light, daylight, vision, color vision, and visual activity, while the rods are responsible for dim light, night, vision. The rods and cones are arranged perpendicularly to the retina. Each cone has a separate nerve fiber, but many rods are connected to a single nerve fiber. The nerve fibers converge towards the posterior side of the eye where they leave the eye as the optic nerve. The fibers of the rods and cones are directed towards the light, but the light-sensitive part of the rods and cones are directed away from the light. As a result, the image is reduced to what is called an inverted image. At the posterior pole of the eye exactly opposite to the lens lies a depression called the yellow spot. In this area, rods are absent, but cones are closely packed together. The yellow spot is the point of best vision and is technically termed the fovea centralis. A little away from this area lies a region where the optic nerve leaves the eye. This area is called the blind spot. The space lying between the cornea and the iris is called anterior chamber. It is filled with lymph-like watery fluid called aqueous humor. The space lying between the iris and the lens is called posterior chamber. The anterior and the posterior chamber together constitute the aqueous chamber. It is filled with aqueous humor. The space lying behind the lens is called vitreous chamber. It is filled with vitreous humor. The eye is protected in front on its outer surface by a thin transparent layer of epidermal cells called conjunctiva. The outer skin above and below forms fold called eyelids. The eyelids are provided with hairs called eyelashes. Above the upper eyelid is a ridge called eyebrow, provided with hair. The eyelashes and eyebrows help to prevent dust, sweat, and so on from reaching the sensitive moist surface of the eye. The eye is kept moist by the tears, a watery secretion of two special lacrimal glands. Excessive tears are drained from the eye into the nasal sinuses by the lacrimal duct, opening from the inner corner of the lower eyelid. Vision. Vision is the ability to see objects, which is only possible in the presence of light. Vision occurs due to a photochemical reaction in the retina, where rods and cones convert light into nerve signals. Light enters the eye and passes through the following components in order: cornea, pupil, aqueous humor, lens, vitreous humor, nerve fibers, rods and cones. Rod cells help in low light and black and white vision, while cone cells enable color vision and sharp focus. The optic nerve carries signals from the rods and cones to the brain, where the image is processed. The brain interprets the nerve signals, allowing us to see a clear, detailed, and colorful image of our surroundings. Photochemical reaction. The outer segment of rods contains rhodopsin, a chromoprotein made of carotenoid and a retinal derivative of vitamin A. When light falls on rods, rhodopsin undergoes a rapid reaction: rhodopsin, lomarhodopsin, metarhodopsin. Metarhodopsin retinine plus opsin, breakdown reaction. Rhodopsin breakdown is reversible, and it can be resynthesized in the dark from retinine and opsin to ensure continuous vision. Retinine is reduced to vitamin A by the enzyme alcohol dehydrogenase in the presence of NAD, which helps in rhodopsin regeneration. Cones contain iodopsin, which follows a similar reaction pathway: iodopsin, lumiopsin, metiopsin, retinine plus photopsin, for color vision. Both rhodopsin and iodopsin must be regenerated immediately after breakdown to ensure uninterrupted night vision, rods, and color vision, cones. Color vision. Color vision is determined by cone cells in the retina, which are responsible for detecting different wavelengths of light. There are 3 types of cones, each sensitive to a specific range of wavelengths: red, long wavelengths; green, medium wavelengths; and blue, short wavelengths. The combination of these 3 cone types forms the trichromatic system, allowing humans to perceive a wide spectrum of colors. The brain interprets colors based on the varying levels of stimulation from these 3 cone types. For example, yellow is perceived when both red and green cones are stimulated. Human eyes can distinguish approximately 160 different colors by blending signals from the 3 cone types in different proportions. If one or more types of cones are missing or malfunctioning, it results in color blindness, affecting the ability to perceive certain colors correctly. Dark adaptation. Dark adaptation is the process by which the eyes adjust to darkness after being exposed to bright light, improving vision in low light conditions. Upon entering a dark area from a bright one, vision is initially poor because the eye's photoreceptors need time to adjust. In bright light, rhodopsin, a light-sensitive pigment in rod cells, breaks down rapidly. In darkness, it needs to be resynthesized for proper night vision. Dark adaptation involves removal of afterimages from the retina. Resynthesis of rhodopsin, restoring rod cell sensitivity. The time required for dark adaptation increases with higher light intensity and longer exposure to bright light. The time required for dark adaptation increases with higher light intensity and longer exposure to bright light. Binocular vision. Binocular vision refers to the ability to perceive a single, 3-dimensional image using both eyes. It enhances depth perception and spatial awareness. Although each eye captures a slightly different image, the brain processes and merges them into a single image, preventing double vision. Light rays entering both eyes focus on the retina, where visual information is transmitted to the brain. The brain then integrates these signals into a unified perception. Binocular vision allows humans to judge distances accurately by comparing the slight differences between the images received by each eye, a process known as stereopsis. It improves hand-eye coordination, enhances peripheral vision, and helps in detecting objects more precisely than monocular vision. Accommodation. Accommodation is the process by which the eye's lens changes shape to focus on objects at different distances, ensuring clear vision. When viewing nearby objects, the ciliary muscles contract, making the lens more convex, thicker, to focus light properly on the retina. When viewing distant objects, the ciliary muscles relax, causing the lens to become flatter, allowing light to focus correctly on the retina. The ciliary muscles control the shape of the lens, adjusting its curvature for proper focusing based on the object's distance. This process ensures clear vision at varying distances and prevents visual strain, allowing it to adapt to its surroundings effectively. Defects in vision. Vision is affected by abnormal refractions, deficiency of vitamins, and diseases of the eyes. Some defects are as follows: 1. Hypermetropia, long sight. 2. Myopia or short sight. 3. Presbyopia. 4. Astigmatism. Hypermetropia, or long sight. Hypermetropia, or long-sightedness, is a vision defect where distant objects are seen clearly, but nearby objects appear blurry due to improper focusing of light. In some cases, the eyeball is shorter than normal, causing light rays to converge behind the retina instead of directly on. The lens may have lower refractive power, meaning it does not bend light enough to focus properly on the retina. Since the image forms behind the retina, near objects appear blurry, making reading or close-up tasks difficult without correction. Convex lenses are used in glasses or contact lenses to help bend light rays correctly, bringing focus onto the retina for clear vision. Myopia, or short sight. Myopia, or short-sightedness, is a vision defect where nearby objects appear clear, but distant objects look blurry due to improper focusing of light. If the eyeball is longer than normal, light rays converge before reaching the retina, leading to blurred distant vision. If the lens has refractive power, it bends light too strongly, causing the image to form in front of the retina instead of on it. People with myopia struggle to see distant objects clearly, making activities like driving or reading distant signs difficult. Concave lenses are used in glasses or contact lenses to diverge light rays slightly, ensuring they focus clearly on the retina for clear vision. Presbyopia. Presbyopia is an age-related vision defect where the ability to focus on nearby objects decreases due to the gradual loss of lens flexibility. The near point, the closest distance at which an object can be seen clearly, moves farther from the eye as a person ages, making it difficult to focus on close objects. With aging, the lens becomes less flexible and loses its ability to change shape for focusing on nearby objects, reducing the eye's accommodation power. People with presbyopia experience difficulty in reading, sewing, or performing close-up tasks, usually noticing this around the age of 40 to 45. Convexes help compensate for the reduced accommodation by converging light rays appropriately, allowing clear near vision. Astigmatism. Astigmatism is a vision defect where light rays do not converge at a single focal point on the retina, causing blurred or distorted vision at all distances. The most common cause is an irregularly shaped cornea, which prevents light from focusing evenly on the retina. In some cases, an injury or developmental defect in the lens can lead to uneven refraction of light, resulting in multiple focus points. People with astigmatism experience blurred, stretched, or distorted vision, often accompanied by eye strain and headaches. Special cylindrical lenses are used in glasses or contact lenses to compensate for the uneven curvature and bring light into a single focus point on the retina.